In April of 1912, the world believed it had entered a new age, an age where machines moved faster than nature, where steel was stronger than fear, and where the ocean itself seemed finally understood. At the port of Southampton, that belief stood in full view. Moored beside the dock was a ship unlike any the world had ever seen, longer than city streets, taller than most buildings along the harbor, silent, immense, and filled with promise. Her name was Titanic. She was the largest passenger vessel ever built, a triumph of engineering and ambition, designed to carry more than 2,000 people across the Atlantic in comfort and safety. Newspapers called her unsinkable, and people believed it. On the morning of departure, crowds gathered along the pier. Some came to travel. Others came only to watch history move. Passengers boarded with trunks, letters, and carefully folded hopes. Some were wealthy, seeking comfort and prestige. Others were immigrants, carrying everything they owned toward uncertain futures. As the final ropes were released, the ship began to move. Slowly at first, almost gently. Waves replaced voices. The dock grew distant, and with quiet confidence, Titanic left land behind. Once at sea, the ship became a world unto herself. On the upper decks, passengers strolled beneath open skies. The North Atlantic stretched endlessly in every direction, calm and unbroken.
Quite a lovely day for a voyage, wouldn't you agree?
Indeed, the sea is remarkably calm.
One could almost forget we're on such a grand vessel.
Inside, the ship revealed layers of life and design. First-class spaces echoed the grand hotels of Europe. Wide staircases curved beneath glass domes. Dining rooms glowed with warm light and polished silver.
I find these voyages to be quite the social affair.
Indeed, the company...
It's a remarkable ship, wouldn't you agree?
Indeed, the craftsmanship is exquisite.
Second-class cabins offered order and stability. Clean beds, hot meals, a sense of reassurance far from shore. Deep below, in third-class quarters, families gathered close together. Men, women, and children from across Europe shared narrow corridors and common rooms. They spoke different languages but carried the same dream, a new beginning. They lived in different worlds aboard the ship, ate at different tables, walked different corridors, yet all were carried by the same hull, protected by the same steel, and bound by the same fate. Far below the waterline, unseen by most passengers, the engine rooms roared. Coal was shoveled into furnaces hour after hour. Heat filled the air. Men worked in constant motion, keeping pressure steady and engines turning. The heart of the ship never slept. Above it all, the ocean remained calm. For several days, The crossing passed without incident. Titanic moved steadily westward, maintaining speed. Her engines pushed forward with confidence and rhythm. Passengers leaned against the railings, watching the water slide endlessly past steel. There was no sign of danger, no storm, no urgency. Afternoons softened into evenings. The sea reflected changing colors, gold at sunset, deep blue at dusk. Laughter drifted across the decks. Music filled quiet rooms. At night, the sky opened completely. Stars appeared in extraordinary clarity, brighter than many had ever seen. Below them, the ocean lay flat and dark, almost mirror still. Too calm, but no one felt afraid. As the night of April 14th settled in, messages arrived from other ships. Reports of ice ahead, large fields drifting south into the shipping lanes. The warnings were received, read, and acknowledged, but the conditions seemed perfect. The sky was clear, the air was cold but calm. Visibility appeared excellent. On the bridge, officers maintained course. In the wireless room, signals continued without urgency. High above the deck, lookouts scanned the darkness ahead. Titanic pressed forward at speed. Midnight approached. Then, without warning, the darkness changed. A pale shape appeared ahead, rising silently from the Black Sea. An iceberg, tall, still, almost invisible until the final moments. Orders were shouted. The helm was turned hard. Engines slowed, but momentum could not be undone.
Hard to
Steel
starboard.
met ice in a long, tearing sound. Not a crash, not an explosion, but a wound. Many passengers felt only a slight vibration beneath their feet. Some noticed nothing at all. The iceberg slid past the hull and vanished into the night. For a moment, everything seemed normal. Below deck, water began to enter the ship. Quietly, relentlessly. Crew members inspected the damage. They measured flooding. They calculated the spread. Slowly, the truth became
Women and children
impossible
first,
to ignore.
please.
Too many
Proceed to the
compartments had
lifeboats
been
in an
breached.
orderly fashion.
Titanic was designed to survive damage.
Everything
But
will
not
be all right,
this.
madam.
She would
Please
sink.
remain calm.
Passengers were asked to dress warmly and put on life vests. They were told to move calmly to the decks. Lifeboats were uncovered. There were 20. Enough for barely half the people on board. At first, confusion outweighed fear. Many believed the ship remained safe. Some refused to board the
All hands
boats.
on deck.
Women and
Prepare the
children were
lifeboats.
guided forward. Families hesitated. Goodbyes were delayed.
Get these davits swung out.
Aye, sir. Careful now.
Lifeboats were lowered into darkness. Many left half empty. Families separated. Hands slipped apart. Inside the ship, water-flooded corridors once filled with warmth and light. Furniture slid, doors strained. Those still aboard clung to railings as the stern rose high into the air. In the early hours of April 15th, Titanic broke apart. Moments later, she disappeared beneath the surface. The ocean closed. Silence followed. Hundreds were left in freezing water. Their voices echoed briefly, then faded. Lifeboats drifted nearby, unable to return. As dawn approached, the sea grew calm again. Debris floated where a ship had once been. More than 1,500 lives were lost. The Titanic did not sink because of ice alone. She sank because of confidence, speed, and the belief that nature could be controlled.